Four coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. For the first time with Kareem Hunt. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Ball carrier.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Browns.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. That one is caught by Hunt. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he completes it to Hunt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too.
1 yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left it no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 26. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
Brings up.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to keep it here. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him a first. into the red zone now. Kaepernick. This is the tight end, Njoku. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Browns' 46-yard.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And he is going to get this close to the 1st down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 23. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
the tackle.
Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now he'll pull it. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Beckham, the return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Browns will take over, first and 10.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. Second down coming up.
Jacob Phillips on the...
Our game here featuring the top 2 running backs in the NFL last year in terms of yardage. And Derrick Henry on the carry there. He was the NFL leader at one. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So third and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Tannehill now to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
A 35-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, these offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again to Henry. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
43-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Check hot route. Hot. Check 3. Play.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
That's good.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. Now Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now the rookie runner from App State, it's Darrington Evans. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Browns drive about to get started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back now in Nashville. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Running from the gun with Henry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
He's going to be very close to a 1st down. Good running, but looks like he's a yard short.
It's now 4th down and 1.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Gostkowski, that's no good. He hung it out to the right. He missed it, and this score will stay right where it is. The Browns drive about to get started. And still just down 1 score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them. Flushed out right. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is going to get this close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the Titans 17.
He was brought down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
At the 12-yard line.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And it's third down.
Flush to his... Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18.